Hi everyone, welcome to Srisai online training. So today in this session of UI technologies, we are going to discuss the following topics. So today we are going to discuss basic structure of a HTML program, steps for writing HTML program. So we'll discuss some basics of HTML, and then we will also discuss some basic HTML tags. Okay. Right. So first of all, we'll have a small revision what we discussed in the last session. So in the last session, we discussed about UI technologies. So user interface technologies helps us to develop web pages using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay. So using UI technologies, we can develop web pages mainly using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And we have also seen HTML introduction. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So hyper, next, followed by text, okay, and then markup language. Right. So coming to hyper text markup and then language. So what is this hyper? Hyper means rich or royal. Text means any data or information. Markup means tags. Language means mode of communication. So representation of data in rich and royal format using HTML tags as a mode of communication between user and other users in the computers is done with HTML. So coming to the history of HTML. So HTML was invented by Berners-Lee. Okay, so Berners-Lee in 1989-1990 when he was working for Bragg Tech LLC company in USA. So we got the first version of HTML in 1991, but this was a testing version. We got HTML 2.0 in 1995. So this was commercial version. IT employees can use this version and start developing their web pages or websites. And then we got HTML4 in 1999 and HTML5 in 2012. So the latest version in HTML is HTML5 2012 with many updates till today. Next, how to develop HTML web pages. Okay, so to develop HTML web pages, we have tags and elements. So tags and elements are the building blocks of HTML web page. So basically tags are represented with angle brackets. So every tag has an opening tag and closing tag, and every tag will perform some functionality in web page to display the data or information in a web page. Next, we have seen basic HTML welcome program, and HTML programs are saved with .html as file extension. And we have seen some basic HTML tags and elements like HTML. We have seen head section, we have seen body section, we have seen title, okay, and we have seen some other basic tags. So this is what is all about, a small revision to the last session. Right, so now coming to the basic structure of a HTML page or HTML program. So in every HTML program, we start with HTML opening tag and HTML closing tag. So under HTML opening tag and closing tag, we have two sections. First one, heading section, heading opening tag, heading closing tag, and then followed by body section, body opening tag and body closing tag. So this is the basic structure of a HTML program. HTML, head section, and then body section. Right, so this is what is basic structure of a HTML program. So now coming to what are the steps to work with HTML program. So basically we just have only 3 steps to work with HTML program. So first step goes like this. We have to open any editor. So we are going to use Notepad++ editor to write a HTML program. So in Notepad++ HTML editor, we are going to write a HTML code with a different HTML tags, and we are going to save the file name as .html as extension. For example, welcome.html, file name.html as extension. Right, so we have already done this program. So let us try to open this program from our working directory, what we have done in the last session. So welcome.html. So we have to write the HTML program with head section and body section. Under body section, whatever the data we write, that will be displayed on the web page. Okay, right. So once your program is done in step 1 of writing and saving the program, next in step 2. In step 2, we have to open any browser and we have to type the complete path of the file where the program is available. So for example, I'll open this, okay, browser. In the browser, I'm going to type where my file is available. Is it okay? So that is what I'm going to do it now. Right. So in your system, the file is available in G. Okay. So in our system, the file is available in G:/SSOT UI technologies. Under that, we have programs. Under that, HTML, we have welcome.html. So just copy this path. Okay. So after copying this path, we have to come to the address bar and type this path on the address bar of the browser. Okay. So open the browser and in the address bar of the browser, type that complete path. So in HTML folder, we have welcome.html. So like this, we have to type the complete path of the file where we have saved the program. Press enter. Okay. Right. So it is not able to, okay, it is welcome. WELCOME. We got some dot here. Right. So this is what is welcome to UI Technologies. Have a nice day. All the best. Okay. Right. So this is one way of opening the HTML web page in the browser by typing the complete path of your HTML page. Or so we can go to the working directory where we have saved the folder and we can double click the file and open that from there also. Okay. So go to the working directory where we have saved the file. So here we can double click this file and open it. Automatically it will open in the default browser. For example, I'm double clicking it. Automatically it will open that in the default browser. Optionally, third way is also there. In Notepad++, we can go to run options. In run options, we can say launch in Chrome, launch in Safari, launch in Firefox. I'll say launch in Chrome. Third option. Right. So automatically this should open in the browser. Okay. So it's not able to open here. Right. So we have to go to the file. Okay. This is the file welcome.html. Click on run, launch in Chrome. Automatically it will open that in the browser. Welcome to UI Technologies. Have a nice day. All the best. Right. So next, let us try to understand, okay, what happens if you do some changes, okay, to the browser. Okay. Right. So, but before that, so every browser, so one small important note point here. So every browser has inbuilt support for HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So no need to install a separate software for that. It is already having an inbuilt support for HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so HTML, to parse the HTML data or read the HTML data, understand the respective code and display that as a view to the user. So for HTML, we have HTML parser. HTML parser is a piece of software which is inbuilt with browser. So similarly, we also have, okay, CSS-Coder. Okay, so CSS-Coder is nothing but a piece of software to understand CSS styles which are available in HTML. Next, we also have a JavaScript engine. So JavaScript engine is a piece of software which helps us to execute JavaScript coding in HTML page. So HTML parser, CSS-Coder, JavaScript engine. All these three are inbuilt with every browser which are available in the market. Okay. Next, finally in the step 3, on successful request, it will display the web page in the browser. So this is the web page in the browser. Right. Now, if we do any changes in the HTML program, simply we have to save that and we have to click on reload button or F5 key or Control R. So these are the shortcuts to refresh the page. Now, for example, I'll go to the welcome.html. Okay, so in welcome.html, what I'm going to do is I'll make some changes here. Okay, so welcome to UI technologies. I'll put some stars here at the beginning and at the ending of the message. So simply save the program. Now come to the browser and simply click on reload button. That's it. You will get new changes updated in the browser. So these are the basic 3 steps to work with any HTML program. Basics of HTML page or HTML programming. Right. So now let us try to understand what are the basics of writing a HTML program or HTML page. So every HTML page has different tags and elements. So tags and elements are the building blocks of any HTML page or HTML program or HTML document. So how to write a tag? It's very simple here. Tag name in angle brackets. This is called as opening tag. Tag name in angle brackets with forward slash. So this is a closing tag. So opening tag and closing tag makes up HTML element. It makes up HTML element. So opening tag, body and closing tag. So this completely it is called as element. So now there are some tags which doesn't have a separate closing tag. So tag name followed by forward slash close the angle bracket. So these are called as self-closing tags. For example, we have seen horizontal rule. So horizontal rule does not have a separate closing tag. It itself is a closing tag. Okay, right. So now let us try to understand what are the different basic tags in HTML. Okay, right. So coming to the basic tags in HTML, first one, HTML opening, HTML closing. So it represents starting of HTML page and ending of HTML page. Second one, head section, head opening, head closing. So it represents heading section of HTML page. Now under heading section, we write different heading content. Like we write title, we write scripts, we also write styles. These are the 3 different things which we are going to write under heading section. As of now, we'll see only title. Later, I'm going to introduce styles and scripts under head section. Next, the third section or the third basic tag is title. So title, it represents title of a HTML page. Okay, and it is displayed on the title bar of the web page. Okay, and it is used in head section. Okay, so it is used under head section. Next, fourth one, body. So body represent body section of a HTML page, and whatever the tags we write under body section, that will be displayed on the web page. Okay, next, finally, comments. So comments are written with exclamation hyphen hyphen followed by the comment text, and finally hyphen hyphen. So we have to use this in angle brackets. So it represents comments in a web page. So comments provide description of a web page, and comments are not displayed in the web page. So these are the basic 5 tags which helps us to write a HTML program. First one, HTML. Second one, head. Third one, title. Fourth one, body. And fifth one, comments. So after coming to the basic tags in HTML, we have some standard tags. So what are the other standard tags that helps us to develop a HTML web page? Heading tags. So we have 6 heading tags. First one, H1, second, H2, third, H3, fourth, H4, fifth, H5, sixth, H6. So these tags represent different predefined formatted headings in our web page. Okay, right? So here they have different font sizes. Okay, different font sizes, plus bold is compulsory for all the tags. Bold for all headings. So here H4. So H4 is the default browser font size plus bold. So for example, the default browser font size is 10. So then H4 is 10 plus bold. Then coming to H3, it will be plus 2. So plus 2 means 12 plus bold. Similarly, H2. So H2 is also plus 2, which is 14 plus bold. Next, H1 plus 2, which is 16 plus bold. Okay. Next, coming to the H5, it is minus 2. So minus 2 means, so 10 minus 2, which is 8. 8 plus bold. And then H6 is also minus 2. So minus 2 means it is 8 minus 2, 6. So 6 plus bold. So this is how we have 6 headings pre-formatted font sizes with bold. And basically, what is the use of headings? Okay. So headings are used to represent different headings in web page. Example, something like main heading or subheading or sub heading, like this, right? So main heading, subheading, sub heading. So as per our usage, we can use different headings in our web page. So let us try to demonstrate this with a HTML demo1.html. Right, so this is our HTML demo 1. So HTML demo 1, file name is .html as extension. So save this in your working directory ma. So first we are taking the comments HTML page to display different headings in a browser. Okay, right. So every HTML page consists of 3 basic tags: HTML opening, HTML closing, Next, head section opening, head section closing. Next, body section opening, body section closing. Next, under the head section, we are taking title, and the title is HTML headings. Right, so let us remove the body section. Right, so save this program in your working directory and simply click on run, launch in Chrome. So we got body BG color and if you see here, we got title HTML headings. Okay, so let us close the remaining tabs. HTML headings is the title. Right, now under the body section, we are going to use different headings here. Okay, right, so first we'll start with H1. So H1, okay, highest heading, welcome to UI technology. So save this and simply say refresh in the browser. Okay, so welcome to UI tech. Similarly, we'll take H2. Okay, H2 opening, H2 closing, welcome to UI technology. So save this, come to the browser, refresh. So H2 is -2 plus bold for H1. Next, let us go for H3. Welcome to UI Tech. Okay, so save this and refresh. So this is -2 plus bold for H2. Next, let us go for H4. So H4 is browser default font size plus bold. So save this, refresh. So this is H4. Next, H5, -2 plus bold to H4. Okay, and then finally H6. So H6 is -2 plus bold for H5. So save this and run. Now if you want to move all these to the center of a page, it goes like this here. So take center at the beginning of all the headings and close center at the end of all the headings. So center opening, center closing. So save this and say refresh. It will come to the middle of the page. Okay, so heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4 is default browser font size plus bold. Heading 6, heading 5 and heading 6. So this is how we are supposed to work with headings in a HTML web page. So one small important note point here. Every heading starts in a new line in a web page. Means every heading starts in a new line. And every heading occupies 100% width of the page. So technically these are called as block elements. So block elements means, okay, they will start in a, they will occupy 100% width of page plus they will start in a new line. So this is what is, we call it as block element. 100% width of the page plus new line starting. Okay, right, now if you want to display the above output in the middle, okay, right, so for that we have to use center tag. So center opening, center closing, it will display in the middle of the line. Okay, right ma? So this is what is all about how to work with headings in a HTML web page. So now let us start with different formatting tags which are available in HTML web page. So first one, we have paragraph tag. So P opening, P closing. So it is used to write a new paragraph text in a new line. So every paragraph is a block element. Okay, so block elements means it will occupy 100% width of the page. Okay, so 100% width of the page and starts in a new line. So heading is a block element, paragraph is a block element. Next we have break line, BR. So what break line will do is it will start the content from the next line. Means it will take the cursor to the next line in a web page. Means it is a line break. So break line, or you can also call it as line break. Next, center. So how to center the data in a web page? We can use center opening tag, center closing tag. Similarly, horizontal rule. So we are already using horizontal rule, HR. So it will provide a single horizontal line. So let us try to demonstrate this in HTML demo 2. So HTML web page with different HTML formats. So save this in your working directory as HTML demo2.html. Okay, right. So now we'll start with HTML coding. So first write this comments and save this program. So HTML opening tag, HTML closing tag. So under that, head opening, head closing, title, HTML formats. Okay, right. So first we'll execute till here. Okay, right. So I'm taking body BG color light yellow. So for body I'm passing one attribute or property which is BG color light yellow. So save this program in the working directory, run, launch in Chrome. Automatically it will open this in the browser and body will be light yellow. So we did not get any content because we did not write anything inside the body. So let us write some content inside the body ma. Okay, so we'll take here h1 HTML formats HR horizontal line. So save this and simply say refresh. So we got heading 1. We can use control plus plus for zoom, control minus minus for zoom out. So HTML formats, heading, and then horizontal rule. Next we'll try to put other tags with paragraphs and all those things. Okay, so first we'll remove the center ma. Okay, right. So here I'm going to take different paragraphs. Okay, so this is my para 1. Okay, this is my para 2. Next, this is my para 3. Next I'll make this as okay, this is my para 4. Okay, we'll take initially 3 paragraphs. Okay, right. So for these 3 paragraphs, okay, so save this and come to the browser, refresh. So every paragraph is a block element. They will start in a new line and occupy 100% width of the page. Para 1, para 2, para 3. Now for these paras, after first paragraph I'll use HR. After, okay, save this and say refresh. I got one horizontal line after first paragraph. Next, after second paragraph I'll use break line, and then followed by third paragraph. So save this and refresh. So I got one extra line here, extra break line. Okay, after second paragraph, right? And then para 3. And then if you want to make all this in the center, we have to use center tag. Okay, so paragraph, break line, center, horizontal rule. So I'm going to use center at the beginning of the paragraph and at the ending of the paragraph. Okay, so center opening, center closing. So let us move this para 1, para 2, para 3 with a tab space. So save this and simply say refresh. all the paragraphs will come to the center of the page. 1, 2, 3. Right. So this is how we are supposed to work with the basic formatting tags. We also have other formatting tags, like we have, okay, non-breaking space, ampersand NBSB. So it is going to provide a space without any breakings. So if you want to have equal spacing between the different words, then we have to go for ampersand NBSB. Next, I, it makes our content italic. U, it will make our content underline. Bold, it will make our content bold. Okay. Now from HTML5, instead of bold we can use strong. Instead of italic we can use emphasis from HTML5. So let us try to apply this in the same program. So for the first paragraph, I'll make it as I. I means italic. Okay. So save this, come to the browser and say refresh. So this is my para 1. We got it as a small slanting text. Okay. Next, second one, I'm going to make it as bold. Okay. So take the second one, bold, bold opening, bold closing. Right, save it, come to the browser, refresh. We got para 2 in bold. Okay. Next, third paragraph, I'm going to make it as underline. U opening, U closing. You will get underline for para 3. Okay. Right. Underline. Okay. Next, after para 3, we'll take one HR. Okay. Horizontal rule. Next, we'll take one more paragraph ma. Okay. Para 4. Para 4 will make this as strong. So strong means it is, okay, strong. So strong means it is bold. So it is advanced version of bold from HTML5. So para 4 we got it in bold. Next we'll take para 5. Okay. So para 5 with HR. So we'll make para 5 as emphasis. Emphasis means slanting text. So it is advanced version of italic. Para 5. Okay. After para 5, I'm taking one horizontal line. So I got it in italic, same as that of the para 1. Okay. Now, for example, for para 4, I want to give some equal spaces between the word. I already have one space, 2, 3, 4, 5. One space is already there, 2, 3, 4, 5. After my one space is there, I want to go for 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to have equal spaces between the words in para 4. So save this and say refresh. But whenever we have more than one space between the words in HTML page, browser automatically takes only one space. So for this we have to use non-breaking spaces. For example, right, if you see here, ampersand NBSP 1, okay, 2, 3, 4. Next, after is 1, 2, 3, 4. After my 1, 2, 3, 4. So save this, come to the browser and say refresh. So you'll be getting non-breaking spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right. So total 4 spaces. If you want extra, one more NBSP. So this is how we are supposed to work with non-breaking spaces. Equal number of spaces between the words. Italic I, underline U, bold B, and from HTML5 instead of bold we can use strong. Instead of italic we can use emphasis. So this is how we are supposed to work with basic HTML tag, basic formatting tags, and other formatting tags. So that is what is all about today's session in UI technologies, guys. Basic structure of a HTML program, steps for HTML program, basics of HTML, so different basic HTML tags, and we have also seen formatting HTML tags. Right. So thank you guys for watching and listening to this session. Have a nice day.